Hello lovely people, welcome to my channel, The Cockney Crafter. I'm Ali and today I'm making a flippy out, foldy out journaling space that I'm going to have a little pad of paper tucked in the middle. So I thought I'll turn the camera on and have a little chit chat and do a bit of crafting, and you can craft along with me. So what I'm doing is I got a paper pack. It's really beautiful. It's called Lilac Flowers by Stamperia. This is it, and it's got some lovely double-sided papers in, and also like a few pages where you can cut out tags, bookmark, journaling cards, that kind of thing. So I cut out 2 of the journaling cards, and I've decided I want to have one on top of the other and a folding out kind of thing. So I've done something like this in the last journal I made, Evangelina. So I'm going to have another go, but this is going to be slightly different. So I've already, as you can see, cut these out, but I already cut some paper, and the only reason I did start filming this about 3 or 4 times, and because I wanted a little punched out border on one side, one of the edges, I cannot do that on camera. Do you know what? I really can't. As soon as I turn the camera off, look, you can see the little patterns. As soon as I turned the camera off, I could do it. Before, when the camera was running and I tried 4 times, I think it was, every time I messed it up, just ended up with a load of little tiny bits of paper everywhere and big holes in my border. So I turned the camera off, took my time and did it okay, good enough for using as my journaling paper. So what I did, I measured down like the height of the card, and it was 5.5. So I cut my paper at 5 1/4, and I'm using this paper that I've splattered on and sprayed on with food colourings that I was talking about the other day, that I was inspired to do after watching Linda Israel. So that's what I want to use, and I thought of sticking the paper just there and with the nice border, and then folding it back on itself, and then working out how I'm going to sort of fold it like a concertina, and do the same on the other side. So I'm just working this out as I go along, winging it, and you can wing it with me if you want. Like, I'm not 100% sure if this is going to go good or it's going to go bad, but I've got a sticky glue top. Yeah, let's have a go. Let's try and do it. So I want to gently get the glue, let's move that. I want to get the glue in between, only tiny bits, but because I want this stuck down, so I need to get it in between the punched out little flowers, and then a little bit going along. I'm just really not even squeezing it, I'm just touching it with the stickiness across, and then I will squeeze tiny bead at the bottom of the punched area. Right, so that's our little card dude. So I'll try and get this straight. Now if I put that back there, and no, right, just as a little guide. Right, I can see I'm going on the wonk a bit because I'm following this line down here. So pull it up a little tad, Right, yeah. That's one bit. You can't hardly see the punched out bit, but I just thought it'd look a bit nicer than plain. And so this one will be going the other way. I've just knocked a little pad on the floor. Where's it gone? I've got it. Right. This one will be going the other way. So I'm going to want it glued there. And again, it don't matter what side I put the glue on, but I want to get the glue in and out in between these little flowers. So I'll give it a little squeeze to start off with, and then just sort of let it come out if it wants to. And I'll give it a little squeeze as I do a bead at the bottom. I'll put a little bit up here because I don't think I've got any on that edge. I'll do that one. Right. So, I hope you've all had a nice weekend. I had my daughter over. Well, both daughters came. Right, so that's going to be the edge. It folds out. I'm sorry. Yeah, my daughter's was round, but the oldest one, she lives like a little bit away, not too far, only like 10 minutes in a car, about half hour on the bus. So she stays every other weekend with the children, so that I can have all weekend playing with the kids and having fun with them. And so yeah, I didn't do much. Well, I'm saying I didn't do much crafting. I did actually, because I do a lot with my 7-year-old granddaughter, but I didn't do any of my making junk journals. I did other crafting with her just for fun, making little bits and bobs. So yeah, I had a lovely time. Right, so I'm going to fold this back on itself. Try and get it as straight as possible. So that will be the fold, the first fold of our little flip out. Right, I ain't got any measurements. I measured the height. I told you, I think, I'm not sure. I measured the height and it was 5.5, so I cut this at 5.25. I haven't measured anything else out. Like I said, I'm winging it, and so you just watching me wing. But yes, so I had a good weekend with all the children. My other daughter was over with her little girl as well, so it was loads of fun. And we just played and made stuff and watched little kids films on the telly. It was great fun. I really enjoy it when they come over and stay. And so yeah, they went home yesterday and I was exhausted because I normally get a lot more sleep. I'm not an early riser anymore. I always used to be, but my medication makes me very drowsy and takes me right out, knocks me out for a good few hours. So I normally have laying of a morning, and on the weekends when they're over I don't lay in at all because they wake up very early. But I love it, I'm not complaining, it's great fun, and yeah, I really enjoy when they're over. Right, so I've just made some folds that way and that one, just trying to hide it as much as I can behind the journaling cards. But when I held them up close together, this one was slightly bigger than that one, like an 1/8 or even a 1/16 of an inch, like 1 millimetre or 2. So I want this one to go behind. So I've got to try and work out how. I've got it. Right, so if we like that, and you can fold it over for journaling and pull it out and go the other way, and then this one will come out like that and that the other way. So that is where I need to attach them. Right, oh, that weren't so difficult. So yeah, if you're doing this at home, yeah, just do your folds, each one individually, and then just fiddle about with them, see what way works best, what way you're going to slip in one behind the other. There's no measuring really at all, is there? Oh, I know what I'll do, because this bit of paper's bigger. I'm going to glue the smaller bit of paper that's going to sit behind it and then put it on top, because otherwise I might go too far on the bigger bit of paper and then end up with nasty glue. Just do a cross in the middle. I could have even used a glue stick for that, but I just had this already out, my 3-in-1, so I used that. But yeah, I could have just used a glue stick, it'd work just as well. Or double-sided tape. Let's line that up a bit straight. Sorry if I've just poked my head in the way, I'm trying not to. Right, so that will go in there and that will go in there. No, something's wonky. I need to straighten that up a bit. No, oh, I'll have to do it that way. Right, let's go in. Right, so that will be my little fold out, going that way and that way. Now I could just leave it like that if I wanted to, but I wanted to put a little pad in the middle. So earlier on I did cut this out, obviously you can see I cut it out and sewed it on the sewing machine, because sometimes I have trouble with my wrists, like my joints, so pulling the sewing machine over and that can be a bit tricky. So I can ask my son to do it, and it's easier to do that off camera. So this is, I measured this at 2.5 by 5, and then I thought it won't come to the edges and make everything fold up wrong, so that's going to sit like that. I'm just going to glue that in there, but I think first of all, as you can see, I've used some of the papers that I coloured with food colouring, along with just regular coffee dyed paper. And so what I'm wanting to do is do a bit of stamping on them. Now ideally I would normally stamp before I sew, but seeing as I had to sew off camera, I thought I'd do the stamping on camera after I've sewed. So I've got a purple and a bright pink, and I bought these little stamps, little wooden rubber stamps with lovely little patterns. They look like mandala patterns, and there's 6 of them. I think I got the set for about £1.50. I'll have a look, see in my history where I did actually buy them from. I can't remember if it was eBay or Amazon. I think it was Amazon. And yeah, if I can find it, I'll put the link down below, because they're really beautiful little stamps and they were so cheap, and yeah, I think they're really lovely. So I'll just work through them, putting little different stamps here and there. On the page. Oops. yeah, so I did quite a bit of crafting over the weekend with my 7-year-old granddaughter, but yeah, no junk journal related crafting, just making cards, making little boxes out of glittery cardstock to keep things in, yeah, bits and bobs like that. It was just fun. There wasn't any pressure. I wasn't in a rush to do anything or having to think about anything too much. I just had fun being a kid, which I love doing. I love being a child. Being a grown-up's rubbish. Right, so what we got here now? That's our last page. And oh yeah, see, I just think that adds just a little bit of extra prettiness, a little bit of niceness on the page. I really love those stamps. I think they're fabulous. Right, so this is our middle. I'm just going to glue at the top. Oh, I'm throwing it all about, getting it all upside down. So yeah, I'll just run a bit of glue along the stitching, because when it's on the page in a journal, I found with my one in my own journal, right, let's line that up straight so I don't get it all wrong. In my own journal, if I just run glue along the stitching like that, I can rip pages out once I've finished. Like if I'm using it like to make lists or things like that, I can just tear them out at the end and then do a new one, stick it in. So whoever gets this journal, that is an option for them. But I'm quite happy with how that turned out. We've got, you can open out like that, and you've got this journaling space and here, and you can also journal on this side. And then with the next card, we flip out like that, and oh, there's more like that. So we've got all that journaling space, and then flip it over and you've got all that journaling space as well. So there's loads and loads of space, and this won't take up that much room on the page. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you give it a go and how it turns out and that. And if you liked crafting along with me, why not like my video or subscribe to my channel if you would like to. I would welcome you with open arms if you subscribe, because that would really make me happy. And you can always ask me a question or speak to me in the comments down below, and I also always leave my email. And if you want to, you can find me on Etsy at the Cockney Craft Shop. So thank you for joining me while I was crafting, and I would love to craft with you again. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.